Hey everybody, how's it going? B Temple back again, and today we've got something that, gets reviewed a fair amount, I suppose, online, but I like when I get the chance of doing comparative ration reviews, looking at something that's in its older form and its slightly newer form, or looking at two rations in similar menus, things like that. But yeah, from a comparative sense, today we're going to be looking at Food Packet Survival General Purpose, one from December of 1982, so this is 38 years old now at this point. And one from, it says 3178, so it's 178th day of, I think, 2013. That's the best guess I can make. I can't remember exactly what year they made the switch from the metal tin to the, I guess, cardboard box. This could be technically, I guess, 2003. I'm not 100% sure when the shift was made, so I'm going to think this is actually 2013, but we'll find out, I guess, once we get inside and get a look at the components. So, yeah, the main purpose of these, obviously, like it says, survival general purpose. For a long time, the United States military would have used survival rations that were primarily meant for either the Air Force themselves or the Navy themselves, abandoned aircraft, abandoned ship, those kind of rations. Sometimes you would have had a tropical ration or an Arctic ration. This is meant to be a sort of catch-all, a food packet survival general purpose, meaning for most general circumstances, this is what you could use in a survival situation. It's going to be primarily food bars, cornflake, oatmeal, shortbread, whatever. I'm not 100% sure exactly what ones we're going to find in here. And I don't know if they're probably going to be packed in cellophane. These ones will be packed in more of that sort of plastic and then metallic layer, like you would see in most modern MRE packaging. Not much else to say except let's open these up and let's have a look. We're going to start with the older one first, and then we'll move on to the newer one. So, our older one, as we can see here, 1282. The food in this packet is especially designed for survival use. The food could be eaten even when water supply is limited. Let's see. The soup base may be made into a broth. The food packet can hold approximately 12 ounces of water, brim full when opened with a can opener. So, you could either open this from the top and use the entire thing as a water vessel, or like we're going to do, we're going to take the key, we're going to open it from here, and we're going to, I guess, split her in half. So yeah, let's give that a try. Got our key, got our tab. See if we can get a hiss. A little tiny hiss. Let's take a little smell of that. It's not too bad, actually. That might bode well for us. And there we have it. Appears to be in pretty good shape, but we're really not going to know until we open them up and start doing some tasting. But let's just take a look at all the items that we have inside. In the inside cover, we've got a soup and gravy-based chicken flavored and a sugar. It's got a little bit of a stain there, so I don't know if some moisture's gotten to this at some point. Got ourselves a good old coffee instant type 1. We've got 2 type 1 cornflake bars. There's a little bit of discoloration on the inside. I don't know how dark these are supposed to be, but you can see this kind of discoloration in these kind of places. I don't know if that's more like oil fat separation, but I guess we'll see when we open it up. We've got a type 4 cereal bar, granola, and a type 2 rice and cornflake bar. So we've got 4 bars, a coffee, a sugar, and a soup and gravy base. So what we'll do is we'll open up this one next, see what their, I guess, ingredients are like, components, and then we'll get everything out and try it. So this one comes in a cardboard box as opposed to a metal can. And the components look like this inside. So we got our Herbox chicken bouillon and our iced tea drink lemon flavored. And yeah, it just says 3092 or 3093 right here. I still can't tell if this is 2003 or 2013, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is 2013. Got a packet of Wintergreen Tablets. And then we've got 5 bars, and these ones are in rectangular shape, so we'll go through each one. So we got a Granola cereal bar and a Cornflake cereal bar. Got a chocolate chip cereal bar. And then 2 shortbread bars, and these ones usually are my favorite. And the vacuum seal still seems to be good. So hopefully none of these have gone rancid. If any of them are going to probably be gone rancid, I always find the granola seems to go before everything else. And it'll be painfully obvious very quickly how bad it's actually gone. So I guess the next thing we can do is let's get this trade up and give it a try. Alright everyone, so here it's all laid out. I've got the iced tea and the Herbox from the newer, the 2013 food packet survival general purpose. I'm not going to mix up the coffee and the sugar. I don't drink coffee, so I don't really see the need, but I know coffee and type 1 is very well sought after, so I'm sure if someone out there in the ration community will end up with that and enjoy it. And the gravy base, in the purpose, I guess not in the purpose, but in the process of me trying to open it to mix it up, I spilled it everywhere. And it was also very wet and caked up. And it smelled like pure bleach and death. So yeah, I didn't feel like sweeping it all up and then putting it in the glass. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead without that. We'll start with the older stuff first. This is the Cornflake Bar. This is the Granola Bar. And this is the Rice and Cornflake Bar. The plastic or cellophane must have done an amazing job at holding in how bad these were, because they didn't seem to smell pretty much at all until you open them. And let me tell you, yeah, it just smells like straight rancidity, like bleach. It is absolutely horrible. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I know this is immediately going to numb my tongue once I try them, but we'll see how bad they actually are. Let's try the Cornflake Bar first. This is oxidized a fair bit. These aren't supposed to be that dark. This is a modern Cornflake Bar. So you can see the difference in darkness between this one and this one. So yeah, this is oxidized a fair bit. Let's give it a little try. I took far too big of a bite for something that was as bad as that. Oh, wow. That is horrible. That is making my gums and my tongue burn. Yeah, they, oh, wow. That's really bad. I gotta wash that out. Oh, that iced tea mix is fantastic. It does a great job of washing away how numb and burning at the same time my mouth was because of that. Oh man, that was absolutely horrible. Give our chicken base a stir as well. Hopefully that's at least good. So yeah, I don't really feel the need to go into these as well because they smell just as bad or actually worse than the Cornflake Bar does. I just know now that, yeah, it's something that's been sitting in a can for 38 years. Who knows in what conditions, heat changes, humidity changes, all those kind of things. Yeah, so, you know, I didn't have particularly great high hopes for that anyway. And yeah, that was backed up by how bad it actually was. So what we got here, guys, in the newer one, shortbread, granola, cornflake, and chocolate chip. We've got our second shortbread. I didn't feel the need to open the second one. And then one of our wintergreen tabs. Comes in one big tube, almost like a pack of Lifesavers, but each one is actually individually packaged inside as well. Used to be, if you go back far enough, they used to have wintergreen as an actual bar. So you got one less food bar, and you got a full bar this size as a singular wintergreen tablet. I don't know exactly how long that lasted, but it didn't last too long. Probably made a lot more sense to do it this way. So, let's see. Start at my favorite, I guess. Hopefully the shortbread's good. Usually these are nice and buttery with like a little tiny hint of, I don't know how to put it. You know, it's a little salty. These are usually good, but because of the fact they're so buttery, if they have started to go bad, it will be obvious pretty quickly. Oh, that is perfect. So, which would lead me to believe more so that this is truly a 2013 and not a 2003, because that tastes perfectly fresh. And it's at least 7 years old, going on 8. So yeah, that is perfect. That literally tastes like a store-bought pack of shortbread cookies. And if you're someone who likes shortbread, you would absolutely love that. I'm very glad that they give you 2 of them. Next, let's try the granola. This is the one that usually goes bad before everything else. So if the shortbread's good, we'll see if this is at least good. It's not bad, but much like it usually does, it's just starting to go. There's a lovely cinnamon, almost nutmeg kind of flavor in there as well. So it tastes like a really good granola, but almost like a cinnamon roll kind of flavor as well. But yeah, the oils in this, for some weird reason, compared to the other bars, always seem to go rancid quicker. I don't know the exact reason behind that, but it really coats your mouth. It's really oily when you're eating this one. Oddly more oily than the shortbread. And yeah, it's just that slight tinge of rancid. It's not bad, but you know, if something's gonna go bad, that's always gonna be the first one. Try the Cornflake Bar next. These ones are usually pretty good. And yeah, that one's perfect. Doesn't taste exactly like cornflakes, like you would get the sense of, you know, pouring up a bowl of cornflakes and just compressing them in a bar. They're a little toasted, so they're a little bit more nutty, but a little more earthy than what a normal cornflake taste would be. But delicious. Not very sweet at all, but just a little tiny touch of sweetness. And that one hasn't gone bad at all. So that seems perfect. Let's cleanse the palate again. I guess the last bar we'll try is probably my second favorite, and that's the chocolate chip one. Seems to look pretty good. So these ones have been stored fairly well. I'm pretty sure I got this 2013 Food Packet Survival from Steve 1989. So yeah, Steve's usually solid for that kind of stuff. And that is delicious. Picture like a brand new pack of Chips Ahoy cookies. And then they've been crushed up, compressed. And they're just not quite as dry as that. There's a bit more moisture in there. I assume that's because of the binding agent, the oil, or the shortening they put in there. But yeah, that is delicious. The chocolate flavor is really nice. And hasn't gone bad at all, so it doesn't taste rancid in any way. And a lot more sweet than what the shortbread tastes. But for some reason, I seem to prefer the shortbread more than this, but you could go either way. This is absolutely delicious. Not much else left to try, guys. We got our soup base, I didn't put that in much water. That's really salty. But yeah, I mean, if you're in a survival situation and you're having to move around a lot and you're, I guess, sweating a lot, you're going to need to at least get some of your salts back. And that is going to be a great way to get some salts back into your body. Now, it still might be a little thirst-provoking as well, and the availability of water might be an issue. But it's a good option if you need something that's, you know, nice flavored. Or if you don't know how good the water that you have gotten is, and you've put water purification tablets in it. Obviously, that strong chicken soup kind of flavor is going to mask the flavor from the water purification tablets as well, make it a little bit more palatable. Not a whole lot else left to do except try one of our Wintergreen tablets. So yeah, I'm going to assume this is going to taste very similar to just, you know, a Lifesaver type mint. And yeah, that's just your perfect standard Wintergreen mint. Something that's going to be just a little different. You're getting some more sugar there, and it's something you can just pop every now and then for on-the-go kind of energy. And yeah, if you've been drinking bad water, or you just want to get a different flavor in your mouth, obviously it's just something that's a little different from all the rest of the things. So yeah, this has been a comparative review of 1982 and 2013 Food Packet Survival General Purpose. On one side of the table, our 1982 stuff, yeah, not great at all. Horribly rancid. The oils in them, the shortening, whatever it is, has gone seriously rancid in that amount of time, and not edible in any way. They really make your tongue go numb and also burn at the same exact time. So it's always a bit of a red flag. On the other side, 2013, this stuff is absolutely perfect. The granola, like usual, has gone rancid slightly. And I tell you, I've had stuff that's only 2 years old. And for some weird reason, I don't know if it's just my palate. I don't know if they actually taste like this all the time. But for my palate, the granola ones usually seem a little rancid to me. But that just could be I guess a fact that I'm strange. Who knows? Or it could be something that everyone seems to notice. But yeah, overall, if you were stuck, this is all you had to live on, it's not that bad. It's incredibly tasty. So guys, not a whole else left to say. The iced tea's perfect as usual. This probably would have been better if I'd have mixed it in more water, so it wouldn't have been so strong, but it serves its purpose. It's it's a chicken stock that tastes just like good chicken stock. So yeah, that's about it, everyone. Going to finish this up. I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by, and have a good one. We'll hopefully try to get something else out as soon as I possibly can. I know I was away for a few months, but work and life in general been pretty busy, especially going back to work under COVID situations. But it's nice to finally get a little bit of time here and near Christmas and get some more reviews out. Hopefully it won't be such a big gap between the next ones. So thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good one.